Yeah, I could have gotten a hit or something. No, I mean that was like kind of how you draw it up. Ideally, I'd like to continue to go in that outing. First one of the year, I'm completely good with it, and I understand me and Jace talked about it, but it's one of those nights that don't come along very often where you feel just locked in and everything's working. You're able to execute everything. That's one of the outings where you wish you had the ability to just go, as long as you can. But I'm happy with my performance. I thought I executed well. I got to give a lot of credit to our analytic team and our pitching coach Larry, Vic, Caratini. Just they gave you so much information and so many ideas. And getting to watch Snell and Darvish though the last 2 days. Darvish more so than Snell because he's coming from the right side, but getting a chance to watch those guys throw and see how they were attacking guys gave me a good idea. And I just felt like with all those people combined, we had a really good game plan of what we wanted to do. And whenever you have a good game plan and you know exactly what you want to do to each guys, then it just comes down to execution and really relieves a lot of stress from you and a lot of pressure when you feel like you know what you want to do. It's just, I got to just get the pitches to the spots I need to get them to. And I feel like we did that tonight. Oh, it felt awesome to be on the right side of the ball tonight. Yeah, the Padres fans. I mean, even since I was a kid, have always been, just the San Diego fan base has always been diehard, whether it's Chargers or Padres. And I know they're extremely excited to come out and root for the team that we have run, that we're running out there this year. So it was nice to be on the receiving end of the home crowd cheering. I always get a lot of support when I come to San Diego, regardless, just because I'm from here. And I think that says a lot about San Diego itself, that they'll support the kid that's on the visiting team, even just because he's from here. But it's nice to be on the home team now. And, I've never wanted something, more than I do now to bring a championship to this city. And, tonight was the first step. So my mom's had a whistle that, started off as something that we would, use to get control of our dog. We'd always let our dog run around the park by our house and we'd whistle, the dog come right home. My dad had his own whistle and I grew up, I always wanted to have like a whistle like that where I can, let one go and get someone's attention. And, I finally learned that whistle, and now it's become like something where no matter where we're at, how great, how crowded, how loud it is, I hear that whistle. I know what it sounds like. It's like anything. Like you hear your parents come home, what mom's keys sound like, what dad's keys sound like. It's just one of those things that I know. And I was in a zone tonight where I didn't hear anything, and that's probably the first time and I know she probably let one off, but that's probably the first time I haven't heard it. And they're waiting right outside, so I'm excited to go see them. I know they're thrilled with my performance, and they're just thrilled to have me back in San Diego. I mean, that's everything. When you get a little lead, a little bit of cushion, it just kind of gives you extra confidence to attack the zone. And something I worked on a lot this offseason, and something that I realized about myself at the end of last season was, I got to make the challenge and the competition about me against myself, and not against the guys that I'm facing. I had tendencies in the past when I'm locked in and I'm throwing really well to, subconsciously let your guard down because you feel like you have the ability to execute anything and do anything you want. And then next thing you know, there's 2, 3 guys on base, and a single scores 2, and the game's back in, back in their favor. So I've really made it a point to just lock in on myself and check myself, each pitch, and make sure I'm in the right headspace and I'm not getting too amped up, or I'm not looking pitches, in advance, and I'm just focusing on one pitch at a time and putting everything I have into executing that. So when you get a little lead, it allows you to, to challenge guys a little more and be in the zone and work quick. I thought we had a really good pace out there tonight. Vic was spot on. And when you have a catcher out there that can kind of lead the dance and just, he has, like, we never worked together aside from, my last outing of spring. And I feel like we've been together for a couple of years now. He just got such a good idea what we're trying to do. And, he can kind of read my body language and see when I want to go to certain pitches and what I want to do. And, I couldn't ask for more out of a catcher right now. So excited. And that's the luxury of pitching in the National League, is that, you get the pitcher spot coming up every ninth hitter. And, I take a lot of pride in my ability to control the zone and swing the bat, and at least put up a competitive at bat. I try not to let the emotional part of not getting a hit or striking out get to me, because my job is to pitch. My job is to control the defensive side of the ball. But I take a lot of pride in being able to go up there and put together competitive at bats. And I don't want that pitcher to feel like he has any room to breathe 1 through 9. And we got a tough lineup to get through. And if I can make it a little bit tougher in that 9 hole and, make him throw some extra pitches and, just get him working and not let him cruise 1, 2, 3, that's a good at bat to me. So I feel like I had some good at bats tonight. Made him work, saw, 14 pitches or so, maybe something like that, 13 pitches. But I felt good about how I handled the bat at the plate. I didn't get the results I wanted, but, I put together competitive at bats. So